Hello everyone, and this is going to be a little tutorial on how to play Amazing Grace, but not with simple straight strum chords. This is where we're going to push our strings so that we can elongate the chord, which basically means that you're going to play every string. We'll hear every string in that chord. So a C chord sounds like this, but when you slow it down and you play every string, it sounds like this. And so that's the effect that we want to slow down the song. And it can be very, very slow and simple. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our thumb here. So instead of using our finger, that's nice for strumming, but it makes it very difficult to play each and control each string. So if we use our thumb here, we can simply push the strings. Plus we have a lot more control over how much sound we have. We can go soft, but we can really pull on those strings. There we go. We're going to push those strings down, and we're going to hear every single note. So this is a way to do it's kind of like finger picking, but you're just playing a chord structure. You're just hearing every note in that chord, which makes it sound quite lovely. It makes it sound like you're playing actual notes rather than just a simple straight chord. So the way this song goes, if we play the whole thing, we have a few chords in here, and you're familiar with the C chord. So that's your third finger first string. So when we're counting our strings, remember to count from the bottom up. We start on the bottom, which is number 1. So it actually starts 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts on the floor and moves its way up to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are our strings, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then all these areas in between these lines here are called frets. And so when we refer to your third fret, first string, well, we're going to move our finger on the first string and we're going to place it on the 1, 2, 3, third fret, that space right here, number 3. That's the easiest way to refer to where your fingers are going to be placed. Another easy thing to think about is if you're using the third fret, your finger's going to be on the third fret and you only need one finger. Well, it makes sense to use your third finger. So we want to try to position our fingers so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 based on the frets. So we have our first string, third fret, so I'm going to use my third finger. Now I need a C7 for my next chord, so first finger, first string, first fret. The next chord in the song, in the sequence, is an F, so that is second string, first fret, second fret on the last string, so the 4th string. So we've got first fret, second string, second fret, 4th string, and there's our F. Another chord we have in this song is an A minor, simple 1-finger chord. And so that's our middle finger. So we are on the 2nd fret on the last string, the 4th string. Another chord we have in here is a G. This is the one that when you're learning is the trickiest one to transition to. So we have 1st and 3rd string on the 2nd fret. So this is where I like to take these 2 fingers right here and place them 1, 2 on the 1st and 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and then I take my ring finger and I place that in between the 2 on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string down. There's our G chord. Now we add in the G7 for a nice little transition in the sound, and so that's taking those 2 fingers, but there's no way to get this little finger to move up to the 1st fret. So this is where we have to reposition from a G to a G7, which is first finger on the 1st fret, but on the 2nd string, and then position your 3rd and 2nd fingers on the 1st and 3rd string on the 2nd fret. So we go from G to G7. And if you just jump your fingers up and down, it makes it easier to hit those chords. So get used to practicing jumping and keep your fingers curved to make it easier to transition between those. Also, where you hold your ukulele, it's almost like we were built to play the ukulele. Look at that. We have this nice little crook in our thumb and our finger where our neck nicely nestles into the top. And so we place our hands there and we wrap our fingers around the top. We don't play strings with our thumb. There are some people that are quite clever and are able to play all sorts of things and add their thumb in. That's quite the trick to be able to do. Make a habit of using just your fingers here and using your thumb to position your hand and slide up and down the neck of the ukulele. So we have C, C7, F, G, and G7. Oh, and let's not forget our A minor. So the sequence in the song for Amazing Grace is a C, C7, F, C, A minor, C, G, G7. So I'll do that again. We have C, Amazing, C7, Grace, F, How Sweet, C, The Sound, A minor, That's Saved, C, A Wretch, G, Like Me, G7, back to C, I Once, C7, Was Lost, F, But Now, C, Am Found, A minor, Was Blind, C, But Now I See.